Okay. I'm gonna sign Christ. Let's get it on. Let's get a load of hand, of course. Another week, back at it. You know what I'm saying? Big up to Captain Tazar, of course, Commander YAHANNA, and the generals, captains, in particular Captain Tazariak, you know what I'm saying, who was the head of New York, you know what I'm saying? It was a marvelous cookout, you know what I'm saying? Things went good, nice turnout. So it was a pleasure, and sisters, you know, after having a good time, you know what I mean? Just enjoying each other's company. As we all know, it was a family affair, nothing but family and good energy and all of that in the air, man. We had good food, you know what I'm saying? We was jamming out. Everything, of course, was peace, and everything was done in DC in order, you know what I'm saying? We enjoyed each other's company. You know, we're looking forward to doing it again in another city, you know what I'm saying? Houston, Florida, Cali, Las Vegas, you know what I'm saying? All of that, you know what I'm saying? Get out there, have a good time, and be amongst the family, you understand what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing to be in the UPK because we are around such solid brothers and sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? That are morally correct, that have principles, values, ethics, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? We and we get it, of course, from being taught by Commander YAHANNA, being taught this Bible. You understand? And following these laws of the Bible. You understand? And conducting ourselves in the manner in which we're told to. You understand? Of course, we know that things are supposed to be done in decency and order. Of course, we know we're supposed to be obedient to the Most High God. And in doing such, you know, saying we live righteous lifestyles. You understand? And it's an honor to be amongst these soldiers and amongst these princesses in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. You understand? Our kids is running around. You know what I'm saying? Brothers don't gotta worry about nobody talking to their wife and all of that craziness that brothers and sisters might face out in the world. Right. We don't face those things in here. You understand? Because like I said, we indulge ourselves and saturate ourselves in these scriptures. You understand? And that's the one thing that we are known for in the UPK is keeping these laws of the Most High God. While you see brothers out there getting shape ups and all types of other wickedness and eating all types of pork and having sex with white women and doing all types of sexual deviant things and unmoral things, immoral things. You know, so you see that we don't conduct ourselves in that manner. You understand? And like I said before, it's a pleasure to be in the Israelite School UPK and being at the feet of such great men, being at the side of such great men, you know what I'm saying, and being in the presence of such beautiful princesses that are being raised up in this truth. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, just to touch on what I was just saying, out here, what's going on, you see a lot of sexual disgusting things going on out here in the world. You understand? You see a lot of rape. You understand? You see a lot of child molestation. You see a lot of adultery. You see these things happen. All these things, of course, go against the Most High God. You understand? And these so-called sects out here in the world, when I say sects, I mean these Muslims and these Christians and whatever else out here, they don't have any sexually moral codes. You understand? They can do whatever the hell they want. They running free like some wild stallions out in the pasture somewhere. They run free. They have no rules. They have no values. They have no principles because they really don't believe in the Most High God. They don't believe in whatever the hell it is they're practicing anyway. They don't even believe in that garbage. You understand? So they get to run around and do all types of freaky, nasty, disgusting things. Having sex with 14-year-old girls, having sex with their brother's wife, you know what I'm saying? Sleeping with their father's girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? Running trains on women, so on and so on. And I'm not knocking them brothers. I mean, I'm knocking them, of course, their behavior. But sisters is doing it too. You know what I'm saying? Sisters out here having trains ran on them, stripping, you know what I'm saying? Doing all types of nasty, freaky stuff, listening to Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B and whatever other freak is out there promoting lesbianism and tongue kissing girls and eating girls' box and tossing salads and everything else. You understand? These are some nasty, freaky, sexual things that are going on. These things are in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? These sexual frustrations that people are feeling and allow them to go ahead and go with their flesh and perform these disgusting, filthy acts. These things are in the scriptures. You understand? And like I said, all of these things of being a sexual deviant is very broad. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you could be a child molester, a rapist. You know what I'm saying? Even in your mind, you can be a sexual deviant. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you think in the thought, the next thing that comes is the action behind it. You understand? So this sexual deviant thing is on a very large scale, man, and it's something that we face, and we all see in the news on certain people that have been having sex with their girlfriends, daughters, and all of that, right, sticking fingers in their throat, trying to make them throw up, and they ejaculating in their face and all of that. This is a child they're doing this to. You understand what I'm saying? You do what you want with your wife, but this is a child we're talking about. But this is common. How many uncles is out there raping their nieces? You understand? How many aunties is out there feeling up on their nephews and things of that? You never know. You know what I'm saying? How many so-called stepfathers is raping their kids and all of this and that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is common. This is what goes on. This is something that the I.S.U.P.K have been advocates about, is child molestation and pedophilia and all of this garbage. This stuff has been going on for thousands of years. You know what I'm saying? And it's a disgusting, filthy act. And those people will be put to death for doing that. Homosexuals, if you're a man and you're having sex with another man, according to the Bible, you're going to get put to death. If you're a woman and you're having sex with another woman and all of that, you're going to be put to death. That's just the bottom line of it. You understand? That's just the absolute bottom line. Give me 1 second. All right. All right, sure. Check your drink.
Come on, come.
So, like I was saying, this sexual deviant stuff and this whole sexually frustrated environment that we're living in, where it's kind of out of control. You know what I'm saying? We see that the school systems is pushing homosexuality in our children. You know what I'm saying? I just posted up these 2 books I seen at my slave. It's in the library. You understand? In the library, they got these 2 they had these books up. There's a whole bunch of books, but these two particular books stuck out because it was 2, um, you know, brown kids, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Look at 2 Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Up there on this book. When I say Israelites, I'm talking about brothers from the 12 tribes of Israel. You understand? And they look soft. You know what I'm saying? One had like lipstick on. One had some type of thing on his head, and it was about being black and being gay or whatever the case may be. Either way, this is being pushed and promoted to kids. You know what I'm saying? This is being pushed and promoted to kids. It's being encouraged for kids to read this. I mean, it's a whole section of books for to promote and push homosexuality. You understand what I'm saying? I don't see no books on George Floyd or any black inventors. I see no books there about that.
Right.
I don't see nothing about the Puerto Ricans and their inventions or the Mexicans. I don't see none of that. What I see is books pushing homosexuality. I'm talking about a whole section of books. You understand what I'm saying? Right when you walk through the front door, it ain't like it's hidden in the back or you have to really go look for it. It's right smack dab, right there at the front door. When you walk in, that's the first thing you see. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to make black the new gay. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And of course, when I say black, I mean all the tribes. They're trying to make that the face of being a homosexual. That's why, what's the boy's name? Little Nas X. He's doing all this freaky stuff and all of that. Well, I don't tune into none of that crap. But from what I'm hearing, he's doing a bunch of freaky stuff, getting attention and kissing, licking devil's necks and all this, whatever garbage he's doing. Either way, he's being pushed and promoted. You know what I'm saying, to the children. You know what I'm saying? Even if he's not gay and he's just acting gay, I mean, either way, you know what I'm saying? Even if you acting gay, you might have some gay in you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, and this is not hate speech that I'm talking. We talking strictly what's in the Bible and strictly what is going against God and what is detrimental to our race and to our nation is detrimental. The scriptures say to be fruitful and multiply. Two men can't do that. Two women can't do that. You know what I'm saying? The Bacchal gland ain't nothing where a woman is going to ejaculate inside of herself and have this baby. You understand what I'm saying? That's not what it is. That's never going to happen. Hasn't happened yet. You know what I'm saying? All that's filthy garbage. You understand? So let's go into the scripture real quick. We're going to talk about some sexual deviance and deviant situations and different precepts and scriptures that talk about just sexual deviancy. And there's so many in here. You know what I'm saying? There's so many in here. If y'all have some that y'all want to bring out, you know what I'm saying? Just let me know. But we're gonna go over a little bit right now. Let's go to 2 Samuel's.
So, like, if I may, under the Roman law, like, what would be your topic?
Well, my topic today is sexual deviancy. So you can put that with homosexuality, you know what I'm saying, adultery, you can put it whatever deals with being a freaky, nasty bastard. Just put in that category right there. You know what I'm saying? I try to make it as broad as possible with sexual deviancy. We're gonna talk about having sex with animals and everything else, because you know that's happening.
Right.
And a lot of these sisters walking around with these little teacup Yorkies in their bag, they eating them dogs are eating box. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Also, like, we'll read this, right? On the thing, I don't know who posted this, like something like I don't know, it was like the sister, some post of something or some news. There's a dog actually like licking the sister, and the picture split shows probably another dog that was like dying, and it was like that it's happening. I'm thinking
It's look, that's it. Believe it or not, it's common. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Believe it or not, it's common. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of those freaky things going on. A lot of these dogs, you know, people got all attached to their little Yorkie and their little whatever the little dogs is. Them dogs is eating good at home. You know what I'm saying? Eating all types of box. You know what I mean? And look, it happens. Look. I was on a slave. I heard a man talking to me about when he was in overseas in the military. They was having sex with sheep. You know what I'm saying? For real, having sex with sheep, and it said like it was normal. He said it was so normal to him. He was like, "Yo, you ever tried it?" Like, hell no. You know what I'm saying? But that's how normal it was. You know what I mean? So things like that happen. A lot of freaky things is going on out here. You know what I'm saying? This is why we got a lot of AIDS and gonorrhea and syphilis and what's that other silent one? Um, HPV. You know what I'm saying? And all types of things. Say again? Gonorrhea. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole slew of things going on. Back in the day, you used to get mono. You didn't even want to kiss no girl. You know what I'm saying? You didn't want to kiss him. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful. Where your mouth been at? Right. You mess around and get mono. You know what I'm saying? Right. Got your throat all sore and your mouth all messed up and all of that. Off some nasty, off of some kiss. You know what I'm saying? Right. There's a lot of things that's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we so jammed up in the hood. We so messed up in our neighborhoods. It used to be like a badge of honor when you got burned. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got the gonorrhea. Niggas like, oh, you know, like you had like, oh, we getting some. You know what I mean? I never had no gonorrhea, but you know, that was like a badge of honor. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, fire's coming out my rod when I piss. That's how destroyed our people was. You know what I'm saying? Right. So anyway, we want to talk about some sexual deviancies that's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? And how we have a moral code in this Bible. We have values in this Bible to where you can't be a nasty, disgusting freak. When I say a freak, I'm talking about you can't be a fornicator. You can't be a sexual deviant. Now, whatever you and your wife decide to do, then y'all just go ahead and jump off the ceiling fan, climb on the roof, and do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever you do. Just don't put no strap on, hit the man in his backside. You know what I'm saying? And don't, you know what I'm saying? And don't role play and you put on panties, brother. I definitely talking about nobody UPK. Right. Any brother out there that feel they want to put on panties and all of that and the wig because they role playing. No, you know what I'm saying? It's going against the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I mean? So we're gonna talk about a little bit of this. Let's go into 2 Samuel. All right, chapter 13.
Come on. All
All right, we're gonna start at 2 Samuel chapter 13, and let's take it from there. All right.
Oh my God. 2 Samuel chapter 13, verse 1. Oh, I can have it. And it came to pass after this that Absalom, the son of David, had a fair sister.
What does it mean to have a fair sister? She was, she looked good. You know what I'm saying? She was nice to look at. Go ahead.
Whose name was Tamar.
Whose name was Tamar. Go ahead.
And Anon, and Amnon,
Uh-huh.
the son of David, loved her.
Right. So these are two brothers and sisters we talk about here. You understand what I'm saying? Absalom, Amnon, and Tamar. Two brothers and a sister. You understand what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 2.
And it said he loved her. Right there, people love their sister and their brothers. You know what I'm saying? It's a brother and sister. So he loved her, right? Let's see what kind of love he had. Keep going.
Verse 2. And Amnon was so vexed.
So what?
Vexed.
What does vex mean? He was upset, mad, you know what I'm saying? Down about something. Go ahead.
That he felt sick for his sister.
He felt sick for her sister. You ever somebody say, nigga, you love sick, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like he was sick for her. He really lusted for her, wanted her. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Come on, Carl.
Uh-huh.
Salakia. That he felt sick for his sister Tamar.
Uh-huh.
For she was a virgin.
She was what?
A virgin.
She was a virgin when she was a woman of marital age.
Right.
You understand? She's a woman of marital age, which means, she passed her flower and all of that. You know what I'm saying? She was fair to look at, so she must have been a young sister who looked good.
Right.
You know what I mean? And her brother seemed, he felt sick for her. You know what I'm saying? He loved her and felt sick for her. He was lusting after her.
Right.
You got to be a real disgusting, filthy bastard to lust after your sister.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You got to be disgusting. The same way an uncle has to be disgusting to lust for his nephew.
Right.
Or to lust for his niece. You understand? Or a father to rape his daughter. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a nasty bastard. You know what I'm saying? You got to be some type of filth inside of you to even feel this way.
Right.
But let's see how filthy and disgusting this bastard was. Keep going.
And Amnon thought it hard for him to do anything to her.
Yeah, he thought it was, thought hard. He's contemplating this thing. You know what I'm saying? He's contemplating on having sex with his sister. Go ahead.
Verse 3.
Uh-huh.
But Amnon had a friend.
Uh-huh. A what?
A friend.
So he had a friend. Amnon had a friend. Go ahead.
Whose name was Jonadab.
Jonadab, go ahead.
The son of Shemiah, David's brother.
David's brother. This is David's brother's son. This is a cousin, right? This is a cousin. Everybody got that close cousin.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You grew up like brothers and sisters and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And Jonadab was a very subtle man.
What does it mean to be subtle? He was sneaky.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was a sneaky bastard. And he knew how to be sneaky, and we're going to read that. You understand? So keep in mind, we're talking about two brothers and a sister, and now the cousin came into play.
Right.
One of the brothers wants to have sex with his sister. He's lusting for his sister because she's a young woman who looks good. So now, this freak is talking to his cousin. Let's see what the conversation is. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And he said unto him, Why art thou, being a king's son, lean from day to day?
Yeah, why are you upset? You know what I'm saying? What's going on with you? Go ahead.
Wilt thou not tell me?
You ain't gonna let me know what's wrong with you? Go ahead.
And Amnon said unto him, I love Tamar, my brother Absalom's sister.
Yeah, he loved his sister. You know what I'm saying? He ain't dissing himself. That's Absalom's sister. I love her, right? He loves her. Not that I love you like a brother or sister. I love you like I want to get nasty with you. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 6. And Jonadab said unto him, Lay thee down on thy bed.
Verse 5.
Mm-hmm. Verse 5. And Jonadab said unto him, Lay thee down on thy bed.
Now, he's giving him a plan. He said, all right, listen, check this out. Go lay yourself down on your bed. Go ahead.
And make thyself sick.
Now, and act like you're sick. You know what I'm saying? Go lay down on the bed and pretend that you got the COVID-19. Pretend you got a cold, the flu, your body sore. Pretend your allergies or something. Pretend something's wrong with you. Go ahead.
And when thy father cometh to see thee.
When your dad come, who's his dad, King David, when he come to see you, go ahead.
Say unto him, I pray thee, let my sister Tamar come and give me meat, and dress the meat in my sight, that I may see it and eat it at her hand.
Now, what is he saying there? Somebody tell me, what is he saying? What's the plan? What's the plan? Read it again to yourself if you need to, but what's the plan? Go ahead, Shaw.
The plan is to get inside his chambers alone.
So she could cook and whatever. That's the plan. Go ahead.
I don't want to jump the gun.
But go ahead. You see where it's kind of leading to? So right now, what's the plan? The plan is to get her in there and say, look, play sick. Tell your pops, look, I want Tamar to come and take care of me.
Right.
Which is not uncommon. Because women served back then. So it's not a hard thing. It's not a hard concept to think, well, she's the woman. And go ahead.
My train of thought that little lost. So he wants to sleep with her, but they telling him to play sick so she can go and cook for him and things like that. Like,
who's they? The cousin.
So like it was the cousin.
The cousin is telling him, because it says that he was a very subtle man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, what else is subtle?
Okay.
What else is subtle? What else?
It's like you mean
anything. Either one of y'all can answer. What else in the scriptures is subtle?
Snake.
A snake. Right.
Yeah.
Snake.
I'm following that.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So he's telling his cousin, look, he's in love with, he loves his sister. What he want to do to his sister, whatever the case may be. So the cousin, who's a subtle man, is giving him a plan on how he can, quote unquote, get the ass. You know what I'm saying? Listen, he's giving him a plan. There's no different in the world. Your man will be like, yo, check this out. Just call her and tell her you want to Netflix and chill. When she get there, had a Hennessy, you know what I'm saying? Chill and talk to her, listen to her problems, say yes and all of that, and then next thing you know, go ahead.
When you get a chance, I have a question. There's a question on
Okay, no sweat. Let's keep rolling real quick, all right?
Good one, Carl.
So you see where we at?
All
right, go ahead.
Verse 6. So Amnon lay down and made himself sick. And when the king was come to see him, Amnon said unto the king, I pray thee, let Tamar my sister come, and make me a couple of cakes in my sight, that I may eat at her hand.
So now he's executing the plan. You know what I'm saying? He's executing the plan. His father came in, asked him, what's going on with you? Boom, he did exactly what his cousin Jonab said to do, right? So his plan is in motion now.
Right.
His plan to be a nasty, disgusting, freaky bastard is in motion now. You understand? Now, think about this. He's deceiving his father. You know, so he's deceiving and lying to his father to get to his sister, his father's daughter. I mean, he has no morals.
Right.
He's lying to his pops just to see if he can get his sister in the room to have sex with her. You understand? Let's keep going.
Verse 7. Then David said,
is the question pertaining to this? I'm gonna get to it in a second, but is it pertaining to this?
Not the scriptures, but sexual is pertaining to sexual deviance.
Okay, hold on. Let's hold on real quick. What's his question?
Officer Paratazar asks, is it sexual deviant if siblings walk around each other half naked?
I wouldn't call it sexual deviance, but it's not sexual deviance, but it's not morally correct to do. You know what I'm saying? But they're not a sexual deviant for doing it. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if they're being kind of trying to seduce, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to seduce somebody in their family or trying to seduce somebody with that could lead to being a sexual deviant. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because being a whore is sexual deviancy. Right. You know what I'm saying? That is being a whore, right? So that particularly dressing like that around each other, two siblings. He said two siblings, correct?
Sir.
Now, are the siblings? Let me ask him this question: are the siblings one's a man and one's a woman, or is it two women or two men? What's the gender of the siblings? All right, let me know when the answer. All right, keep reading.
Verse 7. Then David sent home to Tamar, saying, Go now to thy brother Amnon's house and dress him meat.
So David went and told his daughter, go to your brother's house. You know what I'm saying? He's sick. And go cook for him real quick. You know, serve him. Right? Which, like I said, that's not a problem for a sister to serve back in the day. That was like her job. She looked forward to doing something like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if your brother's sick, you know, I mean, most good women, you know what I'm saying? If a man is sick and she can go in there and nurse that man back to health, I mean, shit, she feel better than a doctor.
Right.
Like, I got him back right. You know what I'm saying? So she, you know, I'm just saying to say it's not uncommon for her to go, you know, take care of her brother or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 8. So Tamar went to her brother Amnon's house.
She went over to her brother's house. Go ahead.
And he was laid down.
Now he was laid down. You know what I'm saying? I can just imagine. I was butt naked underneath some lamb sheets or something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a lot. You know, I gotta just throw a joke in there. But go ahead. Let's rock.
And she took flour and kneaded it and made cakes in his sight and did bake the cakes.
Now, we hear cakes. Who knows? It could be, you know, we eat salmon cakes, so don't think of some funnel bread and like that. This is some meat. You know what I'm saying? That she was cooking. Go ahead.
Verse 9.
Was there a response to that? Go ahead.
Verse 9. And she took a pan and poured them out before him, but he refused to eat.
Now, dinner is ready to be served, but he ain't want no dinner. He refused to eat it. You understand? Because he's not there to eat no food. Right. That's not his plan, to eat no damn food. Let's go.
And Ammon said, have out all men from me.
Everybody who's in here, get out. You understand? Everybody who's in here, get out. So whatever friends was there, whatever company's there, whatever person's there sweeping or mopping or whatever, whoever's in there, he's telling them to get out. Except for who? Go ahead.
Tamar.
Except for his sister. Everybody else, get out. Go ahead.
And they went out, every man from him. Verse 10. And Amnon said unto Tamar, bring the meat into the chamber.
He said, bring him over here. Bring that meat over to my chambers. You know what I'm saying? Where's the chambers? Bring them on over to my bedroom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
That I may eat of thine hand.
Yeah, that I might eat of thine hand. You know what I'm saying? You can feed me. Come on over here and feed me. Go ahead.
And Tamar took the cakes which he had made and brought them into the chamber to Ammon, her brother.
Now, she did exactly what he said. Went over there, brought him the cakes. You know what I'm saying? Brought him the food that she cooked for him. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's see what he said now. Right? Call out the whole book and chapter and verse that you're at right now.
But on God, 2 Samuel chapter 13, verse 11.
Okay, this is where we at. Let's see what he said to his sister. Go ahead.
And when she had brought them unto him to eat, he took hold of her.
He did what?
Took hold of her.
He grabbed her. You understand? No, I'm not going to say he grabbed her violently, but he gripped her up. Gripped her a little bit.
Right.
You understand? He took hold of her. Go ahead.
And said unto her. Come lie with me.
Come do what?
Lie with me.
Come sing a bedtime story to me.
Come lie with me.
Come give me some soup.
Come lie with me.
Come and lay down with me. And what does that mean? That means come have sex with me. You understand? Come have sex with me. He's saying this to his sister. He's asking her to have sex with him. You understand? You want to say something?
Oh, no.
No? He's asking her to come have sex with me. This is what he's saying to his sister. This is what an uncle will say to a niece.
Right.
You understand? Or the pastor will say to the little boy in the choir.
Right.
You understand? What a gymnastics coach might say to one of his gymnasts.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? This is what some type of freak who has a close relationship with somebody who really got sexual plans would say to them. Come with me to this after party. Come with me to the hotel room.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? This is what a sexual deviant, predator, disgusting, filthy bastard would do. You understand? Keep going.
My sister.
My what?
Sister.
This is his sister he said this to. His own sister. He's saying, come sleep with me. Right? Keep going.
Verse 12. And she answered him.
Uh-huh.
Nay, my brother.
She said what?
Nay, my brother.
Say it again.
Nay, my brother.
She said, no, my brother. No, I'm not going to have sex with you. But even though I'm not going to have sex with you, what was the next part she said?
Do not force me.
Don't force me. What does that mean? Don't take it from me. Don't rape me. She's asking him. She said, I'm not going to have sex with you, and I'm going to ask you not to rape me. You understand? Why would she tell her brother that? Because she obviously knew by that time her brother went through great lengths to get her here.
Right.
And he must be burning for her. You understand?
Right.
Since she took hold of her and asked her, she must know that he must really want this. And I'm saying, no, I'm not going to lay with you, but don't rape me.
Right.
This is what she's asking her brother. And it's the same thing that young kids ask the molester. It's the same thing. The same thing 14-year-olds ask their mother's sexual partners not to do.
Right.
You understand? This is the same thing that kids ask the stepdad when the mom's at work not to do.
Right.
I'm not doing that, but don't rape me. Keep going.
For no such thing ought to be done in Israel.
Yeah, we don't rape in Israel.
Right.
For all them freaky bats out there that say we get to take a virgin in the field and force her and rape her and do all of that. We don't do rape in here.
That's right.
You understand? Read that part again.
Oh God, for no such thing.
For no such thing. Go ahead.
Ought to be done in Israel.
We don't do those things in here. The Arabs do that. They have sex with little 5-year-old boys and make them camel jockeys and all of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They do all of that garbage. The Muslims, they do that. Christians do that. Pastors have sex with the kids.
God.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they do over there. We don't do that in here. We have rules against that. And those rules carry death penalty consequences. Go ahead.
It's like it's a scripture on, even though this will be like when a brother's supposed to bring his wife, and let's say he accuses her of not being a virgin, then he brings, I don't know, something that he would be courted or something like he would have to bring the sheep. But I'm thinking of that.
All I know is about bringing the sheet is when somebody get married.
Right.
Right.
So like I'm thinking of that scripture based on this, because that you can be married. Just because you're married don't mean necessarily at one point like you might be forcing the sister. She might not. You understand? Like this is a situation that with the law that I perceive from that.
You might have to just find the scripture. I'm not too familiar with what it is you're saying. Yeah, just if you can find it, we can tackle it. You know what I mean? But keep going, brother.
Oh God, do not thou this folly.
Don't do this. This is dumb. This is foolishness. Don't do this folly. You understand what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 13. And whither shall I cause my shame to go?
Now you're gonna shame me. You understand what I'm saying? She's saying you're gonna shame me. She's stating her case to her brother. Right. Don't rape me. You know what I'm saying? This is foolishness, and we don't do this in Israel. We don't do this. You're gonna cause the shame on me? Now what? Where am I gonna go now? You understand? Go ahead.
And as for thee, thou shalt be as one of the fools in Israel.
Now you're gonna shame me, and you're gonna be counted as a fool. You understand? And being called a fool is a heavy term to be called in Israel. Now you're gonna be counted as a fool. She's telling him about morals. She's telling him about reputation.
Right.
She's laying it down to the brother on not to do this. Go ahead.
Now therefore I pray thee.
I say what?
Now therefore I pray thee. Speak unto the king, for he will not withhold me from thee.
And she's like, look, talk to dad. Talk to him. You got a problem? Talk to him. You understand? Now, of course, he's not going to let his daughter sleep with him because that's against the law.
Right.
You understand? Just talk to dad. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 14. Howbeit he would not hearken.
Go ahead.
Howbeit he would not hearken unto her voice.
He wouldn't. He through her giving that whole spill to him, pouring out her heart to her brother. He didn't even listen.
Right.
He didn't listen like most rapists don't listen.
Right.
As they're raping you and you're screaming and crying and asking to stop, they don't hear you.
Right.
And he has a rapist, pedophilic, or whatever that word is, nasty molester spirit on him. And he can't hear nothing but his demon in him telling him to take it. That's all he can hear. You understand? Keep going.
But being stronger than she.
But being stronger, like most rapists are, stronger than the victim, bigger than the victim. You understand? More subtle than the victim.
Right.
You understand? Being that way, what he do?
Forced her.
He did what?
Forced her.
And go ahead.
And lay with her.
And he raped her. You understand? That's what he did. You understand? This whole child molestation thing, this rape thing and all of that, these are things that have been going on. That's why we have laws against these things.
Right.
You understand? They say there's nothing new under the sun. You understand? These things been going on for a long time. And no matter what, then and now, sexual deviants get put to death eventually.
That's right.
Eventually they die. Might take some time. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna get it. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 15. Then Ammon hated her exceedingly.
After he raped her, that love he had for her, now he hated her guts. You understand? Now he hated her. And how did he hate her? Go ahead.
So that the hatred wherewith he hated her was greater than the love wherewith he had loved her.
All that love he said he had for her, the hate overtook that. The hate conquered that. And we're going to try to make it plain and simple in a minute. The hate conquered that. After he raped her, now he hated her. Why? Go ahead.
And Amnon said unto her, arise, be gone.
Arise and get your ass out of here. Who does that? When brothers have sex with a woman, after they bust a nut, it's like, yo, beat it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Before you was talking sweet nothings in her ear and telling her how good she looked and how much you don't mind being with her and so forth and so on and yada, 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 yada. You was telling that kid, you know what I'm saying, how cool he was, how athletic he was, how nice he was until you raped him. And then it was like, get the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? I got what I needed. Get out of here. Beat it. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing. He got what he wanted, took it, raped her. He ejaculated more than likely. He fulfilled his lust. I don't love you no more now. You can get the hell out of here until next time. You know what I'm saying? That same spirit is been floating around here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We see it live in the conscious community, in the Christian church, the Muslim mosque. We see that this spirit is real.
Right.
This spirit is not, it's still around.
Right.
It's still around. But there's also another certain spirit that's around too. We're going to get into that one too. Keep going.
Verse 16. And she said unto him, there is no cause. This evil in sending me away is greater than the other that thou didst unto me.
Now, no sorry, no I apologize, no nothing. It's get out. He done raped his sister. Keep going.
But he would not hearken unto her.
He ain't listening to that either. He got what he wanted. You understand? Now he ain't sick for her no more, don't love her no more, and so on after he done raped her. You understand? And that's what all rapists do. That's what all predators, sexual predators do.
Right.
Is they act like they like you, act like we're cool, act like we're friends. Uncle loves you, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And all of that garbage. Pastor loves you. You understand? This is for your career. This is better for you over here. They love you until they stick you. You know what I'm saying? Now they hate your guts, your garbage, your trash.
Right.
Making you feel even worse about what happened. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 17. Then he called his servant that ministered unto him and said, put now this woman out from me.
Now it's this woman, you know what I'm saying? Ain't his sister no more. It ain't Absalom's sister no more and all of that. He love her. Get this broad out of here. You know what I'm saying? In our terms, get this broad up out of here. And he probably didn't say bro, he probably said the other word. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And bolt the door after her.
And lock the door. You know what I'm saying? Get her out of here and lock the door. I don't want to come back in here. Get out of here. Beat it. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Okay, verse 18. And she had a garment of diverse colors upon her.
Yeah, she had a garment on with a lot of colors on it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
For with such robes were the king's daughters that were virgins apparel.
You understand? Now this is apparel that young marriageable age women had. You know what I'm saying? That they wore. You would know. You know, if we go to the Passover, there's white collages and red collages. That's the right word.
Right.
Red collages, as you call them, the flowers. You know what I'm saying? The red and white ones, they represent who you are and if you're taken or not taken, or whatever the case may be. You know, so she had this dress on. So when people see her with this dress on, they know her status. They know that this is a virgin. You know what I'm saying? A woman of marriageable age. You understand? Go ahead.
Come on. Then his servant brought her out and bolted the door after her.
He kicked her out, locked the door like he was told to do. Go ahead.
Verse 19. And Tamar put ashes on her head and let her garment of diverse colors that was on her.
Now, she was upset. She threw ashes on her head. She ripped that dress off because now she feels like she can't wear this dress no more.
Right.
She's been violated. You understand? It's just like someone who's been raped. You know what they do? Hop in the shower and try to wipe the dirt away, wipe the guilt and the hurt and the pain. They get in the shower and scrub their skin until their goddamn skin almost come off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they think they can they just feel so dirty and violated. You understand? Sit in the shower and sit in the bath and cry and all that about what happened.
Right.
You understand? This thing goes on.
Right.
This thing goes on to this day. You understand?
Right.
Keep going.
And laid her hand on her head. And went on crying.
And that's it. Put her hands on her head and just could cry. That's all she could do. Because somebody bigger and stronger and more subtle who acted like they loved me just raped me.
Right.
Just took advantage of me. You understand? She let her guard down. If she would have known her brother was going to do that, she would have never went to the room.
Right.
If the father, King David, knew that his son was going to do this, he would have never let her go to the room. Might have killed the boy. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
To know you've been deceived and tricked into being violated on such a high level can really mess with your mind and your psyche. You understand what I'm saying? It can really do that. These things go on today. And those type of people that take advantage like that, they're going to be put to death. You understand? They're going to be put to death. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's a guarantee.
Right.
You understand? Let's keep reading.
Verse 20. And Absalom, her brother, said unto her, Have Amnon thy brother been with thee?
He asked him. This is the other brother, Absalom. He's saying, yo, did Ammon do something to you? Go ahead.
But hold now thy peace, my sister. He is thy brother. Regard not this thing.
He said, you know what? Don't worry about it. That's your brother. You understand? And don't even sweat what happened. Don't worry about it. You understand? This is what the brother's saying. Nowadays, nobody's going to ask. You're going to tell somebody, they're going to say, stop lying. Deacon Johnson would never do that.
Right.
You understand? Pastor Barry W.C. McCoy would never do that. You understand? Imam Habul Mashak would never do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Jerry, your stepdaddy, he would never do that. You understand? He would never do that. Uncle Lawrence would never do that. Stop lying. Because you're fast and you walk around here with your titties out anyway and your booty shorts on. Who's going to believe you? Who's going to believe you walking around here like a little whore anyway, a little hussy anyway, and all of that? Who's going to believe you walking around here looking like that? Nobody do nothing to you. You want them to do it to you. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's what you're going to get nowadays. Well, this brother said, look, don't even worry about it. Now, that's easier said than done, but don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
So Tamar remained desolate in her brother Absalom's house.
So that means she came and stayed with him. You come stay in my house. You understand? You come stay with me and live with me. You understand? This is the same attitude the UPK has towards rape victims.
That's right.
And brothers and sisters that have been molested and taken advantage of and been sexually violated and all of that. Don't worry about it. You come in this house.
Right.
And you come stay here. Don't worry about it. Right? Keep going.
Verse 21. But when King David heard of all these things, he was very wroth.
When it got back to King David, he was highly upset about what his son had did to his sister. You understand? Let's keep going.
Come on, verse 22. And Absalom spake unto his brother Amnon, neither good nor bad.
Or say it again.
And Absalom spake unto his brother Amnon, neither good nor bad.
Now, Absalom spoke to Amnon, the one who raped the sister. Absalom spoke to him. Not good nor bad, which means what? He didn't mention a thing.
Right.
He didn't mention a thing. He didn't mention he knew. He didn't mention about what happened. He didn't mention it. He did not mention it.
God.
Keep going.
For Absalom hated Amnon.
He hated him. You understand? And in the scriptures, this hate is not just I can't stand that nigga hate and we're going to gossip about him. This is a whole different kind of hate.
Right.
This is a whole different kind of hate. This hate comes with something attached to it.
Right. You
understand? This hate comes with consequences. It's not just a hate and I'm just going to stay away from it. This is a different type of hate. You understand? And in here, we hate predators.
That's right.
We hate pedophilia. We hate rape. We hate all of that. We hate it. You understand? Go ahead.
Righteous hate.
Say again?
Righteous hate.
It's a righteous hate. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's a righteous hate. You understand? And we're gonna tell, they're not victims, but we're gonna tell the people that have been violated, that have been disrespected, you come stay desolate in this house. You come stay here. Right? We want to work it out. Keep reading.
Because he had forced his sister Tamar.
Yeah, he hated her for that. You understand? And anybody else that's out there raping 14-year-olds, taking advantage of people that they so-called loved,
right,
being some type of sexual, freaky, disgusting bastard, we hate you. You understand? And you deserve it. You deserve the hate. You deserve more than that. We're going to keep going. Right? Keep reading.
Verse 23.
And
it came to pass after 2 years.
After what?
2 years.
2 what?
Years.
2 full years. Does it say full years in yours?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Verse 23. And it came to pass after 2 full years that Absalom had
sheep hairs
and Baal-Hazar, which is beside Ephraim, and Absalom invited all the king's son.
Yeah, so he has something going on. So Absalom wanted to throw a gathering for all the king's sons. You understand? Who's the king? King David.
Right.
So he went out to a gathering with all the brothers. Go ahead.
Verse 24. And Absalom came to the king and said, behold now, thy servant hath sheep shearers. Let the king, I beseech thee, and his servants go with thy servant.
Now he's saying, look, Pops, I'm throwing a little gathering. Why don't you just, go, go with the sheep herders and all that. Just go. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna throw a little young man party. Don't go on, get out of here, Pops. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Verse 25. And the king said unto Absalom, nay, my son, let us all now go, lest we be chargeable unto thee. And he pressed him, howbeit he would not go, but blessed him.
Go ahead.
Verse 26. Then said Absalom, if not, I pray thee, let my brother Amnon go with us.
He said, all right, well, Amnon's going to come with us. You understand what I'm saying? He's going to come with us. He's going to roll with us to this, little gathering or whatever. You understand? And don't forget, Amnon doesn't know that Absalom knows what happened. Because
Right.
Absalom never mentioned nothing. For 2 full years,
Right.
he didn't mention a word about it. He didn't say nothing. You understand? He didn't
Right.
say one word about it. Because he had some real hatred.
Right.
So he was quiet about it. Go ahead.
And the king said unto him, why should he go with thee?
Uh-huh.
Verse 27. But Absalom pressed him that he let Amnon and all the king's sons go with him.
Uh-huh.
Verse 28. Now Absalom had commanded his servants, saying, mark ye now, when Amnon's heart is merry with wine.
Now, this is what Absalom's saying now to the men under him. Read it again from the top.
Verse 28. Now Absalom had commanded his servants.
Now, he commanded the men under him. People get the word servants and think of some people with some cut up capris on with no shoes and some slaves. No, these are men that are under him. These are his soldiers he's talking to.
Right.
He commanded his servants, go ahead.
Saying, mark ye now, when Amnon's heart is merry with wine.
Mark ye now, which means take these notes down. I'm giving you an order. Mark this down. Because this ain't nothing you can say, Salaki, I forgot. Salaki, I was late. Salaki, this ain't no Salaki moment. You know what I'm saying? Mark ye now. Go ahead.
And when I say unto you, smite Amnon.
Do what?
Smite Amnon.
No. Have mercy on him.
Smite Amnon.
Forgive him.
Smite Amnon.
Just let it go.
Smite Amnon.
Yeah, when I give you the order, when he's nice and drunk with that wine, do what?
Smite Amnon.
Well, what does smite mean? It don't mean kiss him. It means to kill his ass.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead.
Then kill him.
Do what?
Kill him.
Kill him. You know what I'm saying? That's what he gave the order to kill him.
Right.
Because Amnon wasn't expecting it. He getting drunk with wine and he's merry and happy. And so when the song after he done raped his sister, got away with it. He just went on living his life as he thought.
Right.
You understand? But there was someone who really loved her.
Right.
You understand? Who really loved her. Loved her enough to be quiet about it for 2 full years.
God.
And waited for the opportunity to give righteous payback for what he did.
That's right.
You understand? And that's sexual deviants are gonna die. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not telling nobody to go out there and kill him. I ain't saying that. Let the Lord do it. You know what I'm saying? Sure. When you get a chance, keep reading.
So, God, fear not. Have not I commanded you?
Now don't feel bad that you're killing them. Because they're looking like, damn. You know, no, you took my order. I gave you the order to do it. Fear not. I'm the one that commanded you, right? Keep going.
Be courageous.
Be what?
Courageous.
Be what?
Courageous.
When you fighting against sexual demons, you got to be what?
Courageous.
Against guys that like pedophilia. It was what?
Courageous.
People that like to rape women. Say what?
Courageous.
You got to be courageous fighting this fight. Can't be soft and weak and moist and tender and open and thinking too much and feeling sorry for yourself. You got to be courageous. Be courageous and what else?
And valiant.
And violent. You know what I'm saying? You understand? You got to be these things. You know what I'm saying? You got to be these things. Keep going.
Verse 29.
Excuse me. Not I didn't for y'all to misheard. Not violent. Violent. You know what I'm saying? Is that how you pronounce the word?
Valiant.
Valiant. Valiant. Which means another word for courageous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Another word for courageous and brave. That's how you have to be fighting this fight against sexual deviance. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got to be. Keep going.
Verse 29. And the servants of Absalom did unto Amnon as Absalom had commanded.
So they completed the order. He said when they get drunk and married with wine, to smite them and then kill them. You understand? As we just read, they did just that. You understand? Keep going.
So God, that all the king's sons arose, and every man get him up upon his mule and fled.
Now they got up on that mule and left. You understand? I don't see nothing where they did anything with his body, so you can presume that maybe they left the body there and just kept it moving. You understand? Maybe they did that, did it and kept it moving. But Absalom, who's the other brother, put the hit on Amnon for raping their sister.
Right.
Because he was a disgusting, filthy, sexual deviant. You understand? Now, we can read further on, but Absalom fled. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew what he did was wrong, right? He took vengeance in his own hands,
God.
right? So it was wrong for him to do that. And King David, the description don't say that he was pleased with what happened, but he did understand why his son did that.
God.
You understand? He understood why he did that. Go ahead.
So like, even though it was wrong, being that he was the son of King David, then he doesn't get charged for that.
Charged by who?
Most time.
Charged for killing him?
For killing him.
I mean, the scripture said the Lord says, I have mercy on who I have mercy on. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I really can't say if he'll be charged for it or not. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
So like, because I understand from you saying that King David, even though, but he didn't technically do anything, being he's the king.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that in some form it's on the king if there is someone that has to be charged?
No, because he didn't get the order.
Oh,
King David didn't order that. Absalom did it himself. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He deceived his dad too. He'll tell him to come on. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
King David didn't give the order. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, I don't think it would be on King David because he didn't get an order. You know what I'm saying? So Absalom knew what he did was wrong but right. You understand? Either way, Amnon had it coming to him. You understand? Now, me saying what I'm saying, I'm telling nobody to go out there and kill nobody.
Right.
That's you're not going to kill somebody and go flee somewhere. You're going to go to prison. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen. Go ahead.
I mean, so like, if I may, because I know that the scriptures say vengeance is of the Lord, but you grab an incident, probably seeing the Caribbean rampant. They catch a predator, the whole town's gonna kill you. They're not gonna ask the Lord. They're not gonna sit down. They just gonna grab rocks, bats, and machetes and just get you off.
Yeah, and it's wrong because the ones that's grabbing the rocks and machetes, they smoke weed and eat pork.
Right.
And they should be stoned and macheted up too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's no different between the one to kill the woman for committing adultery on her husband, and Christ said, "Those without sin cast the first stone." You know what I'm saying? So, in other countries where they do that at, they deserve to get stoned too.
Right.
They disgusting, filthy bastards as well, just in a different way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, just in a different way. You understand? But my whole thing is this. You know what I'm saying? And reading this passage here, reading this story, of course, rape is absolutely unlawful.
God.
Incest is absolutely unlawful.
God.
You understand what I'm saying? These things are absolutely unlawful, and this also shows molestation. You know what I'm saying? How your own family will rape you. You know what I'm saying? This story has so many components to it that happen to this very day. You understand? And according to the Most High God, sexual deviants are going to be put to death. Right? And let's go over a few other things that are considered sexual deviancies. Right? Let's go to Leviticus 18 and 22.
Come on.
Did Brother answer?
Come on. So if I may, he said yes. He's talking about a brother and a sister.
Yeah, that's I wouldn't say they're sexual deviants, but the scriptures say that you're not supposed to see their nakedness. So if a brother's walking around with his shirt off, that's wrong. He should not be doing that. That can provoke some evil thoughts. You know what I'm saying? A sister should not be walking around with Daisy Duke shorts on with their cheeks hanging out and their breasts hanging all out in front of their brother, in front of no man.
Right.
Shouldn't do that because why? We see in this scripture that it can invoke that. You know what I'm saying? It can invoke that spirit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That a brother could look and say, "Damn, my sister got some big titties." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially if he has a sexual problem,
Right.
or the brother's walking around with something on and it's showing his abs or chest plates or whatever the case may be. It could invoke something. So That right, that this is why in the scriptures, the spirit behind we can't see each other's nakedness is so it won't invoke certain spirits. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it won't provoke that. You know what I'm saying? So what we gonna do? Put a goddamn shirt on, cover them titties up, put something on that's not showing your butt cheeks. You put your abs away, you know what I'm saying, and your six pack or whatever that is. Put all that away, and let's have some respect for each other.
Right.
So are they sexual deviants? No, I'm not gonna say they're sexual deviants. Are they pushing the envelope to invoke some sexual deviancies? Yes, they are doing that. They're doing it, and they may not even know they're doing it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
They may not even know they're doing it. Go ahead.
Sorry, because you say, so the person is okay, it's like that. It's the sexual deviant.
The act of it makes you a sexual deviant. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
The act of it makes you a sexual deviant. The thought of it can make you a sexual deviant. If you know a sister's married and you still think about how, man, I'll tear her ass up. That nigga, he don't know what he's doing with it. You know, you're a sexual deviant. You know what I'm saying? You got a problem. You got a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you love watching pornos and watching men hit other women box and get their rods blown and all of that, you are a sexual deviant. You have a problem because you like to look at men's rods, and as they insert themselves inside of another woman and watch him make her scream, and you like it, and you sit there and play with yourself while you're watching it, you're a sexual deviant. You got a problem. You think it's just horny. You know what I'm saying? No, you got a problem. You know what I'm saying? You got a problem. Instead of putting on your finest clothes, taking a shower first, putting on your finest clothes, putting a little fourth dimension on or something. I got to plug that in for Cap. You know what I'm saying? Put a little smell goods on and go out and meet a woman and make your own video. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You rather watch my video. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Something's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Something's wrong. You know what I'm saying? When you sit on your couch or at your computer screen, which a lot of these dudes on Clubhouse and the rest of these websites somewhere in their drawers in a basement somewhere, they just finished whacking off keyboard just as sticky as it can be, and they're gonna battle me about Christ in black and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Garbage. You got a problem.
Right.
You have a problem. That's a sexual deviant. Go ahead.
Oh, so like this, because okay, you have the person to be sort of an exhibitionist.
Say again.
So an exhibitionist. So it'll be maybe the person is dressed and it shows more than like you just said. I'm just trying to follow through.
No sweat, brother. Come on.
That can invoke the spirit on the person to have that spirit.
Yeah.
Okay, but that person may not be a sexual deviant. I got that correct.
Let me see.
Being a exhibitionist.
So what you're trying to say is this. In regards to this question about the brothers and sisters walking around with their shirts off, or are you talking about something different? What is that?
No,
Give me an example of what you're saying.
So sort of like piggyback right on that, because I don't know if he was saying like his own sister. You're talking about sister, like
anybody. It don't got to be the brother asking the question. Don't got to be his own sister. Okay. Any sister. He could have seen. The question he's asking. He could have seen it on television. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just a question, but regard.
Because he did say siblings.
Yeah, just saying. Yeah, the brother's just saying siblings. It don't got to be personal. You know what I'm saying? Just asking.
So like okay, in that context, when I've been in my sister's house, God damn it, at some point,
yeah,
because there's my niece. My niece is all of them. They're like my daughters. I just be like those freaking spandex because they go to the store, and I all right. Okay.
And you're saying that you're around that. And that's what make you a sexual deviant. That you're.
Because I'm like, I just see how it's perceived. Because when I go outside, I say, "You going to that store?" I'm going this way because they're already grown, so I can't correct them. It used to be 6, 7.
Even though, yeah, of course, you may not. You may not be looking at it at all. Like, I ain't looking at it. That's crazy. But you should have clothes on. That don't mean their intention. That has nothing to do with their intentions.
Right, but sometimes I was saying this. you go and they go to a store, and it, you know, it might be your brother there, because it happened with me with my nephew before. That was just on name calling, not on something sexual. But I remember saying to, you know, my nephew, like, yo, you have a name, like, make him honor that name. And I remember the guy acted like a, you know, basically like a bitch. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
I was like, let them call your name, and that in that same context, my niece was going there. It was uncomfortable. Let's just say,
Uncomfortable.
you can.
Uncomfortable for who?
For me, because in that situation, at that precise moment, that's when that happened. I had my niece, you know, they were like 13, 14, coming on. I gotta get out the store, take my nephew out and just, you know.
Yeah, I can dig it.
Yeah,
I can dig it. You know, that's a tough situation to be in.
Right.
Me, if I was in the world, that maybe that would affect me, maybe, because I don't in the world. You know, if I had, you know, a niece or whatever, if she was dressing like a whore, I would feel like, let me go with her to protect her, so somebody won't say something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know, that's like in the world. I'm so not in the world that I would tell my niece who's dressed like a whore, get away from me. And no, you're not coming with me dressed like that. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here, beat it. You know what I'm saying? And that would just be me. She ain't coming with me nowhere. You understand what I'm saying? Nowhere. I'm gonna tell her one time, you look like a whore. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Nice and raw. You know what I'm saying? You look like a whore. A nasty steak whore too. Just put some more sugar on it. More sugar and spice on it. Like, not just a regular whore. You look like a nasty whore. You know what I'm saying? Like a nasty, disgusting, stinking whore. You know what I'm saying? If you like that look, me being a man, I'm telling you that's not a good look. But if you like the nasty stink whore look, you got it going. You mastered that. You mastered that. You know what I'm saying? No, you're not coming with me anywhere. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Right? So you know, she needs, let her be whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let her do her thing. You know what I'm saying? Just can't do it with you. Around you. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Say she, you know, hey baby, how you doing? Damn, you look like a nasty stink whore. Look at them clothes. Look at a nasty, funky, stinking whore. House school. You know what I'm saying? Pretty simple. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I mean? What can you do? So look real quick. But I hope I answered Parata's question. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's they shouldn't be walking around like that. Are they sexual deviants? No. But are they bringing on certain spirits? Yes. They should be walking around each other like that. You understand what I'm saying? They shouldn't be doing that. So let's go to Leviticus 18 and 22 and get a little more of this freak fest that's going on out here.
Leviticus chapter 18, verse 22. Mark him have it.
Yes, sir.
Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind.
Say it again.
Thou shalt not lie with mankind.
You shouldn't lie with mankind, meaning you shouldn't lie with a man. Go ahead.
As with womankind.
And you shouldn't, as you would lie with a woman.
Right.
How do you lie with a woman? I mean, even the freaky, disgusting bastard Amnon that you just read about, he knew what it means to sister come lie with me. What does that mean? You shouldn't have sex with a man like you have sex with a woman.
Right.
You shouldn't do it. Why? Because go ahead.
It is abomination.
It's an abomination. You can't do it. So all of this gay pride, and you can't say that's about the LBG QXPZ. You can't say that about them. Listen, I'm telling you what God said.
That's right.
You understand?
Right.
If you're pro-gay, you are pro against the Bible. You ain't gonna show me nowhere in the Bible where God accepts homosexuality.
Right.
That's it. You're a sexual deviant.
Right.
You have a problem. You understand? You have a problem. If you rape, if two men will lay with each other, two grown men will lay with each other, guess what? Them same grown men will lay with a little boy.
Right.
They'll lay with a little boy. They're gonna say the same thing a sexual deviant man will say. Wait until that nigga turn 18. I'm gonna tear his ass up. That's what they're gonna say. Because men say it. Men, sexual deviant men will say, damn, that was 14. We should be 18. You know what I'm saying? That's what a sexual deviant man would say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What's the legal age of consent in this state? You know what I'm saying? Ask questions like that. You know, homosexuals do it too.
Right.
You understand? If a grown man is with a grown man, he'll sleep with a little boy too.
Right.
That's it, because it's sexual deviance. God's against it. That's it. Let's read it one more time to be nice and clear.
Come on, God. Leviticus chapter 18, verse 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind.
Yeah, a man can't lay with a man. That's it. Can't do it. Right there. Keep going.
It is abomination.
It's an abomination. Keep going.
Verse 23. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast.
Any what?
Beast. To defile thyself therewith.
Yeah, you can't sleep with horses. You can't go hit a horse in the back and a cow and a sheep and let your dog lick your testicles and all. You can't do it. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it. Your dog can't eat your boxes. You know what I'm saying? I know you're lonely and you're throbbing and things ain't going the way you thought they would go. But your little Yorkie, just don't do that to him. You know what I'm saying? You know, don't do that to him. You're sitting there pouring strawberry preservatives on yourself, hoping he'll lick it off. Damn! You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? God said it. Keep going.
Come on, God. Neither shall any woman.
Any what?
Any woman stand before a beast.
And stand before what?
A beast.
A Yorkie.
A beast.
What's a teacup Yorkie?
A beast.
Your pit bull.
A beast.
Go ahead.
To lie down there too.
Now you can't do it either. Now you know they got some freaky, nasty videos out here of dogs hitting girls from the back and girls giving head to horses and all of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's called bestiality. You know what I'm saying? This is popular. You know what I'm saying? It's popular. This ain't nothing uncommon you see this stuff, this nasty, filthy, disgusting stuff out here.
Right.
It's been going on for thousands of years. It's been going on.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Now them heathens, let them get busy, man. Let them heathens go ahead and do that. Heathens do that. You know what I'm saying? I know when I was coming up, you remember Girls Going Wild? Everybody remember Girls Going Wild? They were kissing each other and going crazy. Those were white girls.
Right.
There wasn't no sisters doing none of that garbage.
Right.
Now all of a sudden the sisters got blonde hair, they tongue kiss each other, doing all type of freaky, nasty, disgusting stuff. Those are white girls out there on the boats, woo! Getting drunk and tongue kiss each other and licking each other's butts and the butt and all of that. They was doing that. Sisters was not doing that.
Right. You
know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden they switched it to Cardi B and all of them. Now they tongue kiss each other, sticking their tongue. We don't do those things. That's them folks. They do that.
Right.
Can't sleep with beast either. Let's keep going.
It is confusion.
It's what?
Confusion.
It's confusion, man. And the Lord is not the author of confusion.
Right.
You understand? He's not the author. Let's drop that real quick. Let's go to 1 Corinthians.
Come on, God.
Let's go to 1 Corinthians real quick. We're gonna just drop these real quick because class, we run up on the time. So let's get some of these real quick. Let's go to 1 Corinthians. First Corinthians chapter 6. Let me see and start at wrong spot. First Corinthians chapter 6. Let's start at verse 9. It's a lot.
Come on, God. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9. Or I can have it.
Okay.
Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High?
Yeah, this is a question. Don't you know the unrighteous ain't making it to the kingdom of heaven? Right. The unrighteous ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Who's righteous? The one that keep the laws and commandments of the Most High God. Right. We know that. Doers of this word, not just hearers either. So everybody can say, I keep the laws. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, they got fringes hanging off the back of their fitted cap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ain't some of none of them, none of that. And some people that actually follow the laws and are doers of this word, because faith without works is dead, right? Correct. So this is not just keeping the laws. It's keeping the laws, displaying that you keep the laws, pushing to keep the laws, and actually doing the work of the Most High God. You understand? Keep going.
Be not deceived.
Don't be deceived. I know. You see the guy with the tight pants on and lipstick and eyelashes on, twirling and twerking down the aisle at the church, banging on the keyboard, and singing and prancing around. I know you see. I know you see homosexuals that are in very high positions, got a lot of money. You know, they live in Beverly Hills. They live on Park Avenue in Manhattan. And they got this money. You know what I'm saying? They got control. You want to get an acting position. You want to be a rapper. You want to do all this garbage. You got to go to some high class homosexuals to get there. You know what I'm saying? Go to these baller parties. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. You got to go through some high class homosexuals, man. You know what I'm saying? But don't be deceived. Go ahead.
Neither fornicator.
Neither fornicators. People that have unlawful sex. Unlawful sex. That's with children and rapists and homosexuals and lesbians and people that like to say I'm bisexual and trisexual and people that like to dress, men like to cut their rods off and act like they got vaginas and they dress up as women and they went and bought some breasts and all of that. Sisters that walk around and they put little sweatpants on and put the strap on so they look like they got a rod print and all of that and act like they boys and all of that. All of that is just fornicators.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
No idolaters.
Yeah, people that worship the stones and the stars and all of that, they all in the same boat. Go ahead.
No adulterers.
No adulterers, which is another form of sexual deviancy. A sister that's out there sleeping around with her husband. She got a man that works as hard as he can. He might be working at Burger King, flipping fries, 12 hours a goddamn day, 7 days a week. But that's not enough for her. She got to go get this other man and whoop. And his thing ain't big enough, and this ain't working, and his breath stink, he's losing the teeth, and this and other. And whatever the excuse may be that you're making for this man you already had sex with anyway. You know what I'm saying? And you go out and sleep with the next man, that adulterer, or that other freaky dude that's sitting there looking like, damn, she got a fatty, and that man can't hit it right, and I'm bigger, better, badder, stronger, and I can hit it better, and this, that, and the other, because you have a piece of homosexual in you anyway. Right. So you're an adulterer. Look, you ain't gonna make it to the kingdom of heaven either, brother. You know what I'm saying? And all we did just now was talk about all the Christians, all the Muslims, all the conscious community, all the freaks. You understand what I'm saying? Keep going.
Nor effeminate.
Nor what?
Effeminate.
Oh man, soft man. You know what I'm saying? A soft man.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you what a soft. I see a lot of soft men. Brothers know. There's a song that came out years ago by Tank. It goes, I deserve for you to go out with men that night, not deserve. He's just talking about how he deserves his woman to go out and cheat.
Right.
He deserves her to go out and blow rods, get a back blown out, and get ejaculated all on her face like it's toaster strudels. Just out there doing all this nasty stuff. He deserves it. That's very feminine. You know what I'm saying? And weak and disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, Sean. Go ahead.
Oh, so like they won't be no man in the kingdom of God knocking on another brother's door. They're gonna have some sugar.
That's a piece of being effeminate.
Right.
That's a piece of being effeminate. There's more to being effeminate. A man can be a heterosexual man and still be feminine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's being emotional. Right. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. The effeminate part is very broad. You know what I'm saying? Because men who are heterosexual men, but they're extremely effeminate. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's why I brought up Tank. I don't know if Tank is gay or not. Maybe he is. I don't know. But to a man, I watch these paternity joints sometime, and they be with this woman for years. Come to find out, she got mad, so she went to the club with her friends. They done talked her into having sex with some man one time in the club with no kind of a nothing. He done knocked her off and skeeted all up in her. Now she pregnant.
Right.
And this nigga gonna accept the baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm still gonna be here for her and the kid. And she done got knocked off by some other dude. You know what I'm saying? That's effeminate. That's effeminate and weak. Right. Throw her, get her out of here. That's the one you say, get out of here, and you bolt the doors behind her. She gotta go.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's effeminate and weak. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to get too far off the topic. Let's keep going.
No abusers of themselves.
So, no what?
No abusers.
No what?
Abusers. Of themselves with mankind.
No abusers of themselves with mankind. Let me tell you something. If a man takes a rod in his rectum, You abusing yourself. That's abuse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If a man take a rod in his mouth, you are abusing yourself, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You are an abuser of yourself with mankind. That's disgusting and filthy. And God says you are not making it into the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
That's it. So you can walk around and prance around and praise the Lord and do your memes and or your mom dancing or whatever the hell it is that garbage is y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to the kingdom of heaven, brother. You know what I'm saying? You can act like your name is Sean, but you want to be called Shirley and all. No, you're not gonna make it to the kingdom of heaven. It's not happening.
Right.
You understand? Let's keep going. Well, matter of fact, let's where are we at with that? Let's drop that real quick. Leviticus 20 and 13, real quick.
Come on, come.
I'm gonna try to speed through these scriptures real quick. I got a few more to bring out. Leviticus 20 and 13, real quick.
Come on, come. Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13. Or I can have it. If a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman.
We read this before. It's something you can't do. You can't lay with a man like you lay with a woman. You can't do it. Go ahead.
Both of them have committed an abomination.
You both committed abomination. You know what I'm saying? If you lay with a man the way you lay with a woman, then you committed an abomination. But guess what? You think that's just for men? Sisters, you can't lay with a woman like you lay with a man.
Right.
You can't do it either. Don't think that's not for me. That's not for me. Because that's for y'all. Right. No, it's for you too, you stupid, dumb broad. It's for you. You understand? Trying to be a man. You're trying to be a man, act like you're doing push-ups. Those are titties. That's not a big chest from working out.
Right.
You understand? Stop.
Right.
You understand? You can't lay with a woman either. You understand? You can't lay with a woman either, like you lay with a man. And if you do, keep reading.
They shall surely.
They shall what?
Surely.
Maybe.
Surely.
Possibly.
Surely.
It's a chance.
Surely.
They will surely, go ahead.
Be put to death.
You're going to die. Go ahead.
Their blood shall be upon us.
Did you hear that? This is what the scriptures say. So I don't want to hear that homo hatred. You don't like and all of that. This is what God said.
Right.
This is what God said. I'm not saying that. So if you're homosexual or a lesbian, you're going to be put to death, right, according to the Bible. You understand? Now all you got to do is show me in the scriptures where, no, we're not going to be put to death if we live with mankind. Show me the scripture. Right. You're not going to show it because our God has morals, right, and principles and values and rules. You understand? And one of those many rules of our house, you can't be gay. Right. You can't be a homosexual. You can't be a lesbian. You can't be a rapist. You can't be a pedophile. You can't be any of that garbage. Any of that. Right. You can't be a peeping Tom through the window. You can't do any of that. Right. You can't be a stalker. You can't whatever deviant sexual thing you got in your goddamn brain. You can't be a porno watcher. You okay? You can't sit there and watch another man bang another woman out as you play with yourself to it. You can't do it. Right. You understand? It's just against the rules. You can't do it. And if you can't follow the rules of the Father's house, guess what? You get kicked out. But being kicked out means what? You get put to death.
That's right.
I'm not making this up. This is in the Bible. This is in the Bible. You understand? What's that? Let's keep going. Let's go to Romans real quick. Romans 1. Let's drop them off real quick. What time is it? We got 7 minutes. Let's keep rolling. Let's go to Romans real quick. Go to Romans 1. Romans chapter 1. Let's start at verse 25.
Romans chapter 1, verse 25. Or I can have it. Who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie.
Now, who did that? Who changed the truth of God into a lie? The Christian church did.
Right.
The Muslim mosque did. What's some other dudes? The conscious community did. They changed the truth of God into a lie. They did that. Not us. Not us. We didn't change the truth of God. We pushed the truth of God.
Right.
They changed the truth of God. You sitting there saying, don't judge him because he's gay, brother. I ain't judging nobody, because judging means I would kill you if I'm
Right.
judging you. You understand? That's not judging. We pointing out what the scripture said. To say homosexuals will be put to death, that's in the Bible.
That's right.
Now, who changed that? Who said, hell no, you can be gay? There's churches with gay pastors and the first man.
Right.
And they got a congregation. And, Eddie Long was raping boys.
Right.
And he still had a congregation. The Lord killed him.
Right.
Still had a congregation until the Lord killed him.
Right.
You understand? Until the Lord killed him. Still had a congregation. Now, who changed the truth into a lie? I know we did.
That's right.
But the Christian churches, your stinking grandmother and your effeminate, soft grandfather.
Right.
Yeah, I know Pop-Up did construction. He thought he was rough. He was soft and effeminate too.
Right.
Him, your uncles, your aunties, all of them, they changed the truth. They changed it. You understand? Keep going.
And worship and serve the creature more than the creator.
We serve a man more than we serve the Most High God.
Right.
Most High God said, you can't be a homo. Man said, you can get a marriage license and adopt kids, 2 men.
Right.
2 white men who love each other, Gary and Brian, they can love each other and be in love. Right? They can be in love and have good high-paying jobs and be, what's that word they use now? High-valued men. And rent. That's a good word. But adopt a little black boy.
Right.
And make him just as gay, because you know what they're going to do when they raise him? Have sex with him.
Right.
That's all. Have sex with him. They're just raising a sexual partner. That's all they're doing. You understand? America said you could do that. You could be gay. It's okay to be gay. It's okay to be a lesbian. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for children to say, I know I'm 12, but I identify as a girl when they're a boy.
Right.
Like Dwayne Wade's son. You understand? You can do that. But if you're T.I. and you say, I'm going to check to see if my daughter's a virgin, you're going to the gynecologist, you get vilified.
Right.
You get vilified. You don't know why he did that. He might have caught his daughter in the room with a boy and be like, what the hell are you doing with this boy? Da, 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 da. Are you having sex? No, I'm going to take you to the doctor and check you and see. Maybe he did that. He got vilified. Dwayne Wade is willing to put up money for surgery to get his son's immature rod cut off. The boy is what, 12?
Right.
Well, he's willing to get it cut off and give him a premature vagina. You know what I'm saying? What the hell is going on here? This place is disgusting.
Right.
I heard COVID-22 was coming out. I hope COVID 22,000 comes out. This place is disgusting.
That's right.
This is absolutely disgusting. What's going on here? But it's accepted. You know why? Because we love the creature more than the creator.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Read it again.
God, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie.
Who did that? Go ahead.
And worship and serve the creature more than the
We're
creator.
going to serve Dwayne Wade and his dumb decisions about making his son a homosexual instead of serving God, who says, you can't be a homosexual.
Right.
You can't do it. Go ahead.
Who is blessed forever among.
Go ahead.
Verse 26. For this cause, the Most High gave them up unto vile affection.
Now, if you want to go ahead and live that type of lifestyle and you adamant about doing it, the Lord said, go ahead. I'm going to give you up to your vile affections. You know the vile affections lead to death.
Right.
So if you want it that way, go ahead. The Lord will give it to you. You go ahead and keep on doing it. It ain't going to end good, though. You traveling down a road at 170 miles an hour, and that's a dead-end road.
Right.
All you're going to do is hit a wall at the end of that good, fast road you was traveling down. You're going to hit a brick wall. Keep going.
For even their women, they changed the natural use.
Whoa, say it again. For what?
For even their women, they changed the natural use into that which is against nature.
Now, even women have changed their natural use. Let me tell you something. It's not natural for a woman to take her tongue and stick it into the vagina of another woman. That's not natural.
Right.
That is not natural. For two women to get in some type of scissor position and rub their vaginas together, all you're gonna do is spark some type of goddamn fire or something. You know what I'm saying? Sitting there rubbing yourselves together. What the hell is that?
Right.
What is that? You know what I'm saying? Rubbing your breasts together is some garbage. That's not natural.
Right.
It's not natural for a woman to not to have sex with a plastic rod.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying? This is lesbian lady. She's a Caucasian. She works at my job, and she came back over the summer. She's a teacher. She came back over the summer. Her wrist was broke, but she didn't say how her wrist was broke. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I broke my wrist. You know, whatever. So I made a joke, not to her, but to myself. I said she broke her wrist twisting on her fucking rod. I mean, so excuse me, sloppy for her. Twisting on her rod. She broke her wrist. You know what I'm saying? She was twisting too much. You know what I'm saying? It broke her wrist. You know what I'm saying? Because she swears she's a man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she's out somewhere, romantic depot somewhere, or in her house somewhere, putting duct tape on a pipe or something. You know what I'm saying? and you know, trying to be a man, can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she can because she's a heathen. But us, we can't take on those customs, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not natural for a woman to put a strap on a plastic rod and have sex with a woman. That's not natural.
Right.
You're supposed to get a rod in you, work that rod until it ejaculates in you, and have children if the Lord chooses for you to have children.
Right.
That's how that works. You understand? Apostle, you want to say something?
Oh, sorry. I thought it was in the 9th chapter. I'm lost.
Tell them where you at.
We in Romans chapter 1, verse 27.
Uh-huh. Right now we're in Romans chapter 1, verse 27. All right. You started at verse 25, but we're in verse 27 right now. Go ahead, read, brother.
Okay. Verse 27. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman.
They did what?
Leaving the natural use of the woman.
What's the natural use of a woman? To lay with her.
Right.
To lay with her. And once you lay with her, you know that you're with her forever.
That's right.
Forever. There is no changing, turning away, none of that. I don't care much her neck snaps. She got an attitude. You stick your rod in her. That's your woman for life. You understand what I'm saying? What they say now, gang? That's gang, or whatever that garbage is they be saying. You with her for life. That's a blood oath.
Right.
You with her forever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what that is. That's natural.
Come.
You know what I'm saying? But men have turned away from the natural use of a woman. I just can't even imagine that.
Right.
I can't even imagine that. What man don't love a woman? You know what I'm saying? The smell of them, the touch of them, I don't want to go too far, but just the woman. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I mean, it's a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. I mean, in the Apocrypha say what what's one of the most powerful things in the world? It's a woman.
Right.
Next to the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's a woman. I mean, who don't want to? How could you turn away from that? You're not just a sexual deviant, but you got a mental problem. You know what I'm saying? That's a mental illness. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody wants a woman. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Especially, anyway. You know what I'm saying? You want to say something about this? I'll send your hand up.
Oh, man,
All right, no problem.
Also, like that's if I may, it talks about the truth. So what's the truth? It mentions on wine.
It's an apocrypha. Right, yes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the word talks about the truth. But I think one of the most powerful things next to the truth was a woman. That's powerful. You know what I'm saying? Give it up to the sisters, man.
That's right.
Word. That word. Make vagina great again. You know what I'm saying? The natural way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Most sign crap. Let's keep going though.
But on God.
Verse 27.
Burn.
From the top.
From the top, sir?
Yeah, verse
27.
Uh-huh.
And likewise also the men,
Uh-huh.
leaving the natural use of the woman,
Uh-huh.
burn in their lust.
Yeah, burn it in your lust. You're homosexual, you just burn it in lust, man. You turned away from the natural use of a woman, thinking you are a woman. So you burn it in your lust. Let me tell you something. You transsexuals out there and you homosexuals, you'll never be a woman.
Right.
Ever.
That's right.
You'll never be a woman.
Right.
Ever. You can't do it. It's actually an insult to think you can.
Right.
You'll never be a woman. A woman is soft and tender and delicate, and you're a goddamn man.
Right.
Your hands is too big and rough and strong. Your muscles are too strong. Your voice, you'll never be a woman, man, ever.
Right.
You can't do it like no sister, man. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Never.
Right.
I don't care. You can go to Mr. Mr. DR, Mr. Miami. You go wherever you want and get all the breasts you want and all the butt you want. You'll never be a woman.
Right.
Ever. You understand what I'm saying? Because a woman, it's natural.
Right.
That's all. It's natural. I don't care if she's a big, heavy-set woman or some little skinny little woman. It's a woman.
That's right.
And you can't mimic that.
Right.
You can't pretend that. You understand? You can't. She smells too good. She feels too good. She's just a woman. And you're a man pretending. You should just stop it. You know what I'm saying? You should just stop it.
Right.
That's it. Salaki, go ahead.
Burn in their lust.
Burn it in their lust. Go ahead.
One toward another.
One towards another. You know what I'm saying? These are men just burning for other men because they're just freaks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And sexual deviants. Go ahead.
Men with men.
What?
Men with men.
The scriptures say it right here. Men with men. Go ahead.
Working that which is unseemly.
They're doing things that are not even right. Having sex with a man is not right. You're a sexual deviant. And if you're willing to have sex with another man, you're willing to rape, you're willing to have sex with a child, you're willing to do these things. You're also willing to have sex with a woman and you know you got AIDS.
Right.
And you know you're sick. You know you double dipping, as they call it. Go ahead.
And receiving in themselves that recompense.
That what?
That recompense.
That consequence. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is going to receive the consequences. Go ahead.
Of their error, which was meat.
They're gonna feel it because what they're doing is wrong.
Right.
And they're going to feel it. They're going to have to pay for it. As the scriptures read before, they're going to have to be put to death.
Right.
I don't want nobody to die. I want everybody to get it right.
That's right.
All of Israel. When I say people, I'm talking about all of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. I want all of us to get it right. But if you live in these lifestyles according to the scriptures, you're going to be put to death, one way or another. You understand?
God.
And no, I'm not saying that this sin outweighs all sins. I'm not saying that. We're just pointing this sin out today.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That this is against the laws of God, and you're going to be put to death for this as well.
Right.
You understand? Now, if you can be a homosexual, pork eating, cigarette smoking, weed smoking you really gonna get it. Everybody's. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not putting this sin over every other sin, but this is disgusting and filthy
Right.
and nasty and an abomination, and you're gonna be put to death for it. You understand? And this is plaguing our community.
Right.
Plaguing our community. It's all in the music. It's all in the literature that we read. It's all in films. It's all in cartoons. It's all over the place.
Right.
It's all over the place. If you say, "No, I'm against homosexuality and that kind of stuff," ooh, you're homophobic. Phobic means you're scared. No, we're not scared. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not scared of homosexuals. I am the most high phobic. I'm scared of him.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm scared of him. And you should be too. And you should be too. Because according to the scriptures, a sexual deviant type of lifestyle leads to death. Not just homosexual, but if you like to have sex with sheep or your dog or whatever it is you're doing out there freaky and nasty, all up in the pornos and things, sitting there buying ass on OnlyLines. Or what's that? Only what? OnlyLines? OnlyFans. Give it to him, Pazza. He knew all about that. He said, OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot here. You know what I'm saying? What's your account name, brother? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just messing around. But the sexual deviant stuff is plaguing our community. You see recently what's going on in the news, brother having sex with 14-year-olds and all of that. This is disgusting and filthy and nasty. And any participant in that is going to be put to death.
God.
And that's just the facts of it. You understand what I'm saying? With that, I'm going to pass the class with the priest and officer to all.
Clap up the cash.